Can you use assets to qualify for a mortgage? Well, heck, yes, you can. And I'm talking about that in today's video. And I'm going to give you a bunch of different scenarios where it can work. So if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you so much for your loyalty and appreciation. I love when you all call me, and I love helping you so much. So let's dive right in. There are a lot of ways we can use assets to qualify. And you know what? It's not just fit outside the box at much higher interest rates. Yes, those options exist as well, but I've actually got a bunch of options fit in the box through like Fannie and Freddie as an example, where we can use assets to qualify. So let's use some numbers, right? Numbers are always like the best. Let's say you have $1 million in the bank. Hopefully you do. I would love for us all to have it. So let's say you have $1 million in the bank, okay? And you need $100,000 to close. So we've got $900,000 left. So it's potential that we could play with as much as $900,000. Depending upon which direction we're going and how we're qualifying and what program we're using, one example would be, and I don't have my calculator handy actually, but one example would be is we could take the $900,000 in question. We could divide it by either 360 months or 240 months, depending upon which direction that we're going in. And we can use that as your monthly income. Now, that means that you don't even have to have a job. Let's say you don't have a job or you sold a company, right? So you're not working, freaking kudos, that's awesome. And you're like, and people are denying you. You're getting denied by banks, which definitely can happen. It's super frustrating, especially when you've sold a business. So we could do that. Divide by 360, divide by 240. We're going to subtract out what you need for cash to close. There are some other things that are done, like, make sure that you can liquidate the money. So, like, let's say you've got that $900,000 left, and $800,000 is, well, $100,000 of the $900,000 is cross-collateralized. Well, we're really only dealing with $700,000 in that example. Awesome. The dog's peeing on the floor. Love it. So in that example, right, we can only use that difference. So, or let's say some of it's in 401k and it's not fully vested. Well, those things all have to be looked into and also considered as well. Now, there are a lot of different ways we can do this with more non-conforming or fit outside the box type of options that don't go exactly like that. But that's kind of the basis of just a couple of the ways that this can be done. But another quick example would be maybe you have a bunch of money invested, you don't have a job, but you make enough money with interest and dividends. We would make sure that you've received it for 2 years. We would make sure that you're likely to receive it for 3 more years. That's another fit in the box way to do it. And if that's enough to qualify, that's enough to qualify. Don't ever get confused that you have to have a job. Think about it. You've got assets. You've got people that get Social Security or disability or annuities or trust fund income. Hey, remember your friend over here because I don't get it. But, there's just a lot of different things. There's the interest and dividends. There's pension. There's retirement. So don't get stuck on the word job, right? There's a lot of ways to get loans done. I'm super eager to find ways to get loans done. My goal is always a yes and never a no, even if it doesn't match exactly what the initial request was. I am hell-bent and determined to help people get into housing, whatever that might look like. So assets, it's one of those ways you can get in. Don't get confused. Don't get hung up on that whole job thing. Drop me a comment. Maybe you might say, what the heck, this makes no sense. Or drop me a comment and say, hey, this is awesome. I'm in that situation and I wish I knew this 3 years ago. I don't know. I just like to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can reach us at weeksteam.com or 985-300-LOAN if you or you want to refer us to anyone else that needs help with any type of mortgage financing.